Hey guys, just get myself set up here, so please bear with me for a few moments. So today we got to look at the Irish. So with me being from Irish stock, I can claim this one. So I'm just going to get myself set up and then we're going to start cooking, okay? There we go again. Well, that's weird. So, right, I'm probably, I would say around about 1/4. 1/4 Irish. I'm not quite half. Irish grandparents on one side, Scottish grandparents on the other. And then I grew up in England. I'm just setting up my tablet now, guys, just so I can see who's coming in here to say hello. And it's been a pain in the backside right now. It's doing that usual thing where it won't let you look at your own channel. So I did go live this morning. Hey Griselda, thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. I should say top of the morning to you, but it's not morning anymore. Right, let's get something sorted out here straight away. I'm going to get my gloves. I get a few ready. So, as I say, today we're going to do Irish stew. It is St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I've got an advert on there now for some reason. So, it is St. Patrick's Day. Hey, Watermelon Cat. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey, Cookie. What's going on here now? Let me have a look and see who's on here. Marisa. Thank you. Ciao from Bosnian. Okay. So you're in Europe. IX. Thank you everybody for dropping in. Please remember to double tap your screen or to give me that big thumbs up. Do appreciate you guys. I'm being Irish today. I guess I should put me leprechaun hat on too. Just so I had this little set of, it was like a glasses nose and a little ginger red beard for a leprechaun and the hat, but I can't find the beardy bit. So, but I'm going to put I'll put my apron on. Or should I? Should I wear an apron or not? I know what I'll do. Instead of wearing my full apron, I will just wear it around here. I'll just put that around the waist. So, as I say, we're going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day by making some Irish stew. Now, first things first, I'm just going to start chopping up my vegetables. Now, traditional Irish stew basically has been around basically forever, since like 1600s or possibly earlier, but it was used lamb or mutton. Well, actually it used to use mutton all the time, and it was always the old sheep, as it were. So it was never anything too fancy, and they used to have to cook it for a long time because it was an old sheep. It's like as tough as old leather basically. So now this day and age they'll use lamb, a nice leg of lamb or something like that, but it can be a little bit fat. Hey, Martha. This isn't Griselda, by the way. This is Michael. So Griselda's just watching. And I don't know why. I don't know whether Griselda would have a lot of money. Are you, by chance, are you one of Griselda's subscribers? I'm just adding people as moderators now, so you can actually, you can interact with one another. You can put any message on you want, as long as you're not using bad language, you're not being racist, you're not talking politics. So I've added a few people there. But like I say, if you want to add a message. Just don't be nasty about it, I guess. But I'm starting with a little bit of a rutabaga. We call them turnip or a swede. Now, I don't really know this, I don't know if you use this, but if you look at it, it is kind of like I guess it's a little bit like a tree ring. But on the outside, that's your skin. That's the tough woody bit. So that's a little bit difficult. So we're going to go around and we're just basically getting rid of that outer skin. And I do apologise, I have not been... You're welcome, Martha. I'll just have a quick... Let's have a little look and see who's who here. See if you have a channel. Nobody has a channel, so it's a little bit difficult to come back and... I know Watermelon Cat, they've been around before. But again... I don't know whether they're real channels or not. So, but we can try. So basically, we just want to get rid of all of this nasty, tough skin. And incidentally, in the UK, we never used to grow pumpkin. I don't know why, I don't know whether it was just something that wasn't used, but we used to get a big rutabaga, and I mean something this big, and that's what we had to try and hollow that out to make our jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. Oh, this one looks like it's got a bit of a problem. Yep, that's okay. That's weird. We'll get rid of the bits that we don't need. I don't like wasting food. So for right in the centre there was something a little bit nasty. I'm not sure what that was. Hopefully there's no more of that. But you want to be cutting these so they're kind of a mouth-sized piece. You don't want to be kind of choking on this. Hey Griselda, thanks for coming back. So just have a quick check on the inside and make sure there's no badness. So top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's. I'm looking forward to later. I'm going to go and meet a couple of buddies. And I might get slightly drunk. Well, actually, I probably will because I don't drink anymore. So, chances are, I will probably fall over somewhere. But I want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So, we get to look at the Irish. I got the accent, and I got my shirt. I'm Paddy today, okay? You can call me Michael, but I'm Paddy too, okay? I just like having a bit of fun, guys. I don't mean any disrespect to any Irish people out there. I'm just having a little bit of fun. My surname is Irish. I had Irish grandparents, lots of Irish friends. I grew up in the UK with Irish people, Irish and Scottish people for that matter. So my family is Irish and Scottish. So let's just all have a little bit of fun. Let's not take it too serious. It always makes me laugh because everybody becomes Irish for the day when it's Patrick's Day. And any Scottish holidays like Byron and Burns Day and things like that, everybody's Scottish. And then if you get, I know a few people over in obviously on St. George's Day, everybody's English. Australia Day, everybody's Australian. I don't know why. Canada Day, everybody's Canadian. All the same people that were claiming to be Irish are all Canadian now. I was talking to a lady this morning in the grocery store and she was asking what I was going to be cooking, so I told her I was making Irish stew. And she told me, "Oh, I'm Irish." And I said, "You are?" She said, "Yes, my grandfather was from Ireland." I said, "But you were born in Canada then?" "Oh yes, I was born in Canada." I said, "Well, you're Canadian then." So I'm just going to quickly clean up my garlic. Now, one of the things I don't like wearing gloves when I'm chopping. It's kind of it's one of them things, like I catch my fingers, it rubs. A few times I've kind of cut the end off the glove. And my knife's a professional, very, very, very sharp knife. So Griselda, is Martha one of your subscribers? I don't think I've seen the name before. Now carrots, basically I've washed them, but I'm leaving the skins on and I'm just going to take the ends off. So this is probably, I've lived in Canada now for almost 15 years and I think, hey, okay bro, how's it going my friend? I think this is probably only the third time I've made Irish stew since coming to Canada. So Irish stew is a very robust, kind of a very big, chunky. So there'll be bigger chunks of carrots and potato. There's nothing delicate about it. It's not fine dining, but it is fine tasting. So just bear that one in mind, okay? What's special? This is very special. I'm making Irish stew. So that's some of my veg. I'll do my onion next. Tell you what, I'm going to get a plate. I will move this stuff out the way. Give myself a little bit of room to work. Yeah, probably going to need more than one plate, but pretty much a lot of this just goes in the pan together anyway, so. Now there is a couple of different ways of doing an Irish stew. You can either cook it on the stove top or you can cook it in the oven, so it's kind of up to yourself. Just take my root off. Now, I've pretty much took all of the root off there. I'm not doing anything special here. I'm not doing any fancy dicing or anything like that. I just want to get a nice, get rid of that one. Make sure you get that tough outer skin off your onion. I mean, you can still eat it, but it's sometimes a little bit unpleasant. So for my onion, I'm basically just going to chop randomly, going around in circles. So you have strange shapes of onion basically. Nothing. So you get pieces like this, but then you also get pieces like this. So it's all about being that little bit different. Ooh, that's a strong onion. I can feel that one. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. Somebody call me mum. Ay ay. Ah. But as I say, guys, this is just me having a little bit of fun. It's Patrick's Day. And today I'm Patrick, okay? So, other things I have. Potato. Now, you can, if you want, get yourself a bag of potatoes. Now you don't want russets. You can get something a bit more like this or large. These are a little bit soily, so they need to be peeled. But you want a potato that's a bit more waxy, that doesn't break down. So I get these. These are just a little baby potato. They just come in a bag. Have them with salads, anything like that. Now these really are a nice size. You don't need to do anything with them. If you do come across anything that's a little bit bigger than a mouthful, just chop it in half. And these were nice yellow colour, so they're going to look nice in the stew. So basically I'll get a bowl and I'll just get as much out as I need. Where the hide your bowl? So you can leave the skin on these. There's a lot more. There is a lot more vitamins. I like to check my potatoes. Sometimes I might have a little bit of a rooty end on, but something like that should do. When I'm putting the stew together, then I can have a look and see what else I need. Let's put that out the way. So I like to get all my vegetables chopped and out the way first. You ready? Okay. Well, it's going to take me a bit of time, but I'm just going to chop off a little bit of parsley, and then we'll roll that up. This is just for garnish at the end. So we'll try and get this one nice and fine if we can. And this does go a long way, so I will grab another little tub. I like to keep all sorts of tubs just for doing this type of thing with. So I can put a little bit of that inside. We have some bay leaves, salt, pepper, red wine, some tomato paste, dry thyme, beef stock, I would like to say I make my own, but I haven't got time for that. And then we will have some Guinness in there too, just to add for our flavour. So I'll just clean off my board. That's better. So I have 2 pieces of nice kind of steak here. Now I would normally use something a little bit different, but I want something a little bit less fat for this. And I'm just cutting away. Like I say, we're going to have nice cubes. I don't want anything too big. So if you find anything that as we're cutting away, if there's too much fat on it, we can trim a little bit off here and there. But what we're looking for is a nice bite-sized piece. And as I say, if there's any of this like silver skin, trim the meat off it that you want to keep. And then get rid of the silver skin. Because this stuff you can't eat. Well, you can, but it's as chewy as heck. So I'm quite fussy about my meat. So again, get rid of that silver skin. It's one of them things I would really like to do. I would really like to share my food with people. If they were close enough, maybe they'll have a barbecue sometime or something along them lines. And I know it's not ideal. I tend to eat a little bit of pork. Not as much as I used to. I've stopped eating so much. Smells nice and fresh, that meat. So, as I say, we're just going to work our way through. Now this one's got a bit of fat on the outside here, so I don't know whether we'll have a look. Yeah, there's no silver skin on that one. So that's okay. We can use that to render down for flavour using the fat. And I do apologise, I'm all stuffed up again. So, that's that one done. I'll put that back onto my plate. That should be a nice amount, nice bite-sized pieces. Hey Angie, how are you doing? I keep missing you all the time. I do apologise. It's nice to see you joining me today. So, just give your hand a quick wash off there. So it's St. Patrick's Day today, an Irish celebration. Yes, it's just rump. It's a cheap, inexpensive cut. But I say it's gone all in with a stew. So I've got my carrots, I've got my onions, got potatoes. So now I just need to, I do apologise, I need to blow my nose. Oh yeah. Wash my hands again. So I'm just right now I'm going to use my little camping stove and then I'll move it over the back. See, this is what I like about doing this. You make friends along the way. It's just really, really nice. I'll get my recipe book ready so I do everything in the correct order. Apparently there is a very strict order to this type of thing. And if you don't do it in the right way, you're breaking all the rules. So that's that ready. Get my pan. Now I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to do this and put it in the oven. Tell you what's hot with this hat on. I might have to take that off for a bit. Ooh. We'll put that over there out the way for now. So I want to get a little bit of heat under here. Now we don't want to go crazy with the heat. It's work time for you, Angie. Sorry about that. It'd be nice for us all to retire and just go and live in the sun somewhere. So let's get a little bit of heat through. Now normally I cook on an electric stove and it's much better to cook with gas. Hey, Sail Whiskey Dream, how you doing, my friend? I'll put you on as a moderator there. You have a moderator there, Sail Whiskey Dream. So now I went online and I'm looking at people like Gordon Ramsay. I'm looking at Jamie Oliver. And I looked at another guy, Hugh Fernley Whittingstall. English chefs who I like. Now, here's my problem with that. They were doing Irish stew or a beef stew. A gas cartridge, I'd probably get somewhere, probably an hour or so. But I've usually got 4 or 5 of them hanging around, so I don't really use it that much, to be honest. So you're not really going to be able to see in the pan here. See if I can alter my camera a bit. No, I'll just tip it up. So I've got my beef steak there. It should really, what I should have done is got some chuck. But we'll get that in. And I just want to get that moving straight away. And we want to kind of render out some of that fat that's in there. This is quite lean. But I want to get a nice bit of colour on this. We're just going to keep that moving. Just spread it around the pan. My pan's a little bit of it's oval shaped, so I need to kind of keep it in the centre of the pan there. Now, beef loves black pepper. Yep. Well, these little stoves are handy. They say you're camping, anything like that. But just so I can stand here, I would love to have a nice island with my stove built into it. I can't do that. Lots and lots of black pepper. And we'll get some salt on the go there. Yeah, be careful with your propane stove though, Whiskey Dream. Be very careful. It's one of them things, if the leak or anything like that, it can create so much problem for you. So that is coming on nicely now. I just want to make sure it's all got lots of colour. That's what gives us our flavour. Peekaboo. Yeah, I was actually talking to some friends yesterday, Whiskey Dream, about moving over to St. Catherine. Either St. Catherine or Niagara Falls. Just slightly better weather. That's looking good. Smell off the beef is awesome at the moment. Okay, bro. So I cook my beef. I want it browned. I need to get some colour on here. I need to get some sticky bits on the bottom of the pan because that's where our flavour is. Yes, unfortunately you get the boom boom if it's leaking, or the other thing, if your propane's leaking, you do get that carbon monoxide stuff coming through. So be careful, my friend. I'm sure you've been doing this for many years, you know what you're doing. I've never owned like a sailboat. I had a oh geez, I can't remember what my boat was called now. I didn't have it for very long. But basically I had an inboard ski boat. And that was a nice boat. But it was just so... you might agree with this one, Whiskey Green. I call a boat a hole in the ocean, or the water, the lake, whichever, like you throw money into. Because that's all I ever did with mine. I bought it used and then I had to do loads of fiberglass repairs, and I found out later that it had been leaking on the bottom, so the foam, the flotation foam that's built into the hull, yep. Well, if you need to work, you need to work. But like I say, the flotation foam inside had been soaking up water, so the boat was quite heavy. So really it needed to be taken apart and rebuilt and everything, but I was like, nope. I ended up selling it. So that's coming on nicely now. We've got a lot of juices moving around in there now. Beautiful. Lots of juices in there. How's my flame doing? Looking pretty good. I want to kind of let that cook down a little bit so it's not as watery. Oh, better than golf. Yeah, what does it say about golf? Golf's a good walk, spoilt. But I had a fifth wheel camper. A 32-foot fifth wheel camper for my first 10 years of being in Canada. But again, that's another thing that costs a lot of money, and you don't even get the use out of it around here. Well, what we found around here, we keep getting fire bans all the time. So what is the point of having a trailer? What's the point of having boats and quads and all that type of stuff? You have a fire ban, you can't use them. So, she be what she be, I guess. Right, I think we'll call that enough done there. I'll just grab a spoon and we'll get that out. Which spoon should I use? So, I'm taking my meat out for now. Smells so good in the oven at the moment. That's that one. And we'll pour our liquid off. Sorry, it's difficult for me to show you what I'm doing sometimes on this. I'm going to go in a little bit more oil. And I'm going to go with my onion. See how my flame's doing there. So I'm making sure I'm scraping the bottom here. I don't want any of them bits to burn too much, but I want all of them sticky bits to create flavour. So I'll get my onion on the go. Once you get a bit of colour and your onion is starting to go a little bit translucent, if you can, break them up a little bit if they're making big clumps. Like I say, get all of them layers of onion to separate. That's better. Now we'll go in with our garlic. That's when those flavours really start to go. Oh yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move my camera a bit, I think. See if we can get a better view on the go here. That's better. So I just want to get them moving. Now I'm going to go in with my flour. Just let that colour up a little bit. Going with our red wine. A little at a time. Flame's still good there. Now I want about a cup. There she goes, building ahead. Now I'm just going to pour off into here. I want that much in there. And the rest, guys, since it's Patrick's Day, let's pour ourselves a Guinness. I'm not really a Guinness drinker, especially since I'm allergic to alcohol. There you go, that's the little widget in there. So, there it is, Guinness, pure genius. Oh, that looks good. It actually looks good, but I need to concentrate on my food. So let's just keep this moving. Beautiful. Let's have a taste. Oh, actually that's not bad at all. Let's put that down there so it's handy. Right, let's start building some flavour now then, guys. We'll go in with some tomato paste. About 4 tablespoons. Which is pretty much one of these cans, to be honest. And I like to kind of mix it at each stage. Cheers! Keep mixing it around at each stage, scraping down the sides. Scrape down them sides, so we've got a really thick sauce now. Oh, I tell you one thing I did forget to get out there. Mustn't forget that. Hopefully I've still got some. Ah, there it is. The Worcestershire sauce. Mustn't forget the Worcestershire sauce. Now you want about 2 tablespoons. But we're just going to glug it in. Let's do this one by eye. We'll get that one in there. Let's give that a stir in. Really thick at the moment. Oh, well, let's have another. Cheers, guys. Oh, that's tasty. That is actually tasty. I quite like that. Yes, let's have a look. Oh yeah, I'll throw my bay leaves in now. We'll get them in. I'm going to get my dry thyme. I want about a good teaspoon of dry thyme. A little bit for luck. Where we going now? Done my Worcester sauce, dry thyme, bay leaves. Let's just kind of start cooking this out a little bit now. See, these are the bits that we need to keep it moving. Now, if you need to, you can add a little bit of water if you think it's starting to stick too much. We just want to cook it out for a few minutes, just to get that flour cooked out. And we use a wooden spatula with a flat bottom so we can actually scrape anything that's sticking on the bottom. There's not much. As long as we keep it moving, it's easier. So now I'm going to go in with my beef stock. We'll turn our heat up. I'm using a whole carton. It says around about, it says to use 4 tablespoons, 4 cups of stock. I just want to give that a good cook out. So get yourself a spatula, clean down your spoon a bit. Clean down the sides. Now I did see a couple of recipes that were saying to use ketchup, and I'm presuming that's an Americanism, because ketchup didn't exist in Ireland all them years ago. So we want to bring this back up to heat, then we can add then we will add our beef back to this. But we just want to keep this moving. Where are we at now? Shouldn't take long to get back up to heat. But the smell is really good. If only we had smelly vision. I've said this many times so far. But if there's anybody just joining me, happy Patrick's Day, top of the morning to you. And cheers. That's going to be a nice thick gravy, this one. So anybody got any questions? Anybody got any comments? Just give me a shout. Oh, this smells so good. I'm really looking forward to eating this one. Now, one of the peculiarities of Irish stew, they put potatoes in it, and then they will make mashed potatoes, and they basically put the mashed potatoes on a plate, make a nice big well in the centre of the mashed potatoes, and then they put the stew inside. So you're getting potato, or the other way is just serve it like a stew in a bowl with some nice sourdough bread or a nice soda bread. You don't see soda bread over here unless you make it yourself. Lots of soggy bagpipes. That's not good. But still, it's nice to see. We don't get it over here in Alberta so much. If you're in Calgary or I'm only in a small place, so we don't really see that type of thing too much. You'll see the local bars will do an Irish event, and that's about it. So I'm going to go in now with my turnip or rutabaga, my carrots. With a good stir. We'll get our meat in there, including all of the juices. Yeah, I like to go to the parades. I used to live in a place called Grand Prairie, and they used to do the Highland Games and things like that. That was very entertaining. I really enjoyed doing that one. Now I'm going to put my potatoes in now. We're just going to let this cook out. So these potatoes are great for this because they do have a nice size, just so it's just a bite. But doesn't she look beautiful already? That has got to be one of the best stews that you're ever going to come across. Even if I do say so myself. Any last little bits of Guinness in that one? Get them bay leaves down inside. Now I'm going to cover that over. And we'll let that cook. I'm probably going to give that a good 40 minutes. And check it, and then another 40 minutes. But in the meantime, I'm going to put it at the back here, because I've got something else I would like to make. And I'm going to make what we call in the UK as a flapjack. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about pancake, okay? So flapjacks are kind of like a granola bar. These things have been around since the Middle Ages. Basically, they were mentioned in William Shakespeare's plays. There is a proper quote, but I am not that good at that type of thing. But they have been mentioned in all sorts of different things like that. So Please don't confuse what I'm going to make now as a pancake. I am making a British or United Kingdom, whatever you want to call it. They're made in England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. They're right the way around, and they're called a flapjack. They're made with oats, cornflakes, golden syrup. You can substitute your golden syrup for maple syrup if you can't get hold of that. Some sugar, some butter, that type of thing. Right, that's my heat gone off that one now. That's the one gas canister gone. It lasted just long enough so I can get it over here. Yay. I'll put this out the way right now for the moment. Actually, I'm going to need it again. Where did I put the other gas? As I say, I always keep spare. So next, what we're doing next, actually, while we're doing stuff here, I think I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning. I hate a messy kitchen, so I mean, I've only got a small kitchen. It's hard to keep it clean and tidy. I do believe if you clean up as you go, obviously it makes cooking a little bit more pleasurable. You're not getting to the end of the day with a big mountain of dishes everywhere. And just in case anybody is curious, no, I am not a chef. I am self-taught. I put myself through the ringer to learn how to cook. I had good grandparents and a mother and an older sister. Whilst my older sister didn't teach me how to do any cooking, she cooked a lot herself. So I was kind of in competition with her all the time. Little bit of friendly competition never hurt anybody. Right, that's just about there. It takes no time at all. Nice. Now, let's have a look. So, a small pan. Right, I have to get my measurements ready here. Get my brain ready. So look, I'm gonna have to start and weigh things out, I guess. I've got that used to doing things differently. I used to. I wouldn't weigh things, I figured any recipes that said you had to weigh it, I figured out what that was in cups or tablespoons, teaspoons, that type of thing. And then that way it wasn't too much messing around. But this recipe I got from my grandma, and basically it's out of my grandmother's on my mother's cookery book, and I wrote it down here quick, so it's all in ounces, so I'll have to figure that one out. So luckily my scale will do that for me. So cornflakes, 6 ounces. I know people think cornflakes in what, really? But that's the way it is, okay? Not fit. You finished? So I want 6 ounces. Like half a box of cornflakes. Oops, that's too many. I'll have to put a few back in there. That's that one. That's me 6 ounces of cornflakes. And then oats. Oats I want 4 ounces. So I've only got 6. This will take us up to 10. That will do that. So what is everybody's doing? I know, okay bro, you've been working. So that's my oatmeal, my cornflakes. Sugar, I need 8 ounces of sugar. That's quite a lot of sugar actually. I do have some more here. I will get a different bowl out here. Mixing. No, that one should be okay. That one should be good. I do have plenty of sugar anyway. I just need a different bowl. Right, so I need 8 ounces of sugar. Now you can, if you want, add things like a little bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, but it's not traditional, so I kind of leave that one alone. Sausages. I got a bit excited again. Not too much too. That's that one done. So that's my sugar. Now, one of the things I think I will do here, I don't want to mess things up too much, and I'm going to use a pan to melt my sugar and golden syrup. This is basically the golden syrup I'm using. Hopefully you can see that for the light. Shade that from the light if I can see. So this is from the UK, and it's imported, so they like to charge us way more money than they should. So of that, they're saying I need, where's it gone? 4 tablespoons of that one. So I would rather put it straight into the pan, and then I'm ready to put it on my little gas stove to start warming it through. But they say 4 tablespoons, but if you want a more chewy, something a bit more granola bar like chewy and not crispy, so you can add a little bit more. So let's get the tablespoon, get my tongue working as well. Don't like using my nice knife for that type of thing. Now this stuff is very much like, I'm going to just put that little bit in here for now. It's not much, won't make that much of a difference I don't think. Just don't want to make a mess. So it's like using honey, it tends to take ages to get it out of the spoon, so just use a little spatula. It's kind of a messy job, to be honest. It's not quick. So it's one of them things you can add nuts, you can add raisins, chocolate chip, or you want it made, cool down, you can also add, or not add, but dip them in melted milk chocolate or dark chocolate, whichever your preference is. Right, that's beautiful. And I'm going to eat that little bit. Oh yeah, that's good. That's memories of childhood. So this is the first time I've had golden syrup since coming to Canada. And when I was a kid, I used to sit there and eat this with a spoon. I'm surprised I'm not diabetic. But I'd sit there, eat it with a spoon, and my mum would catch me, and then I'd be in all sorts of trouble. I need a bigger spatula for that one now. So I need some butter. Now you can use salted or unsalted. It's entirely up to you, but I would suggest if you use unsalted that you would throw in a little bit of salt while you're making this. Oh, I think the kitchen's going to fall apart now. I'm trying to get everything out of the fridge at once. Yep, that will happen. Get in there. Get a small board out. So that's that one. Now I need 8 ounces of butter. So I mean, this is why I like to be able to just have everything worked out. Not in ounces, but in cups. Because on your butter packet, it gives it in cups. It gives it in milliliters and gives it in cups. And I'm not that good with math. So I'm not going to convert everything in my head. So I'm just going to have to use my skill. Now my butter's still nice and cold at the moment. So I want 8 ounces. Let's see how much that works out to. I'm thinking it's going to be close to a cup. So half a block of butter is a cup. Maybe I should have got it out of the oven, out of the fridge area. A little bit too much of that. It's the one thing when you're baking, right, that one's nice. That's my 8. So when you are baking, you have to keep your measurements right. If you don't, your recipes really won't work. Sorry to say. So, let's get this out of the way for now. Get my little stove back. So, let's have a look here. So, yeah, so let's get this on, let's get cooking. Now please be careful when you're doing this. Sugar, butter and oil to get syrup together. It's a deadly combination. If it's boiling, it will take off your skin. So please be very, very careful. So I have my syrup on, and already it's been 30 seconds there, and already it's loosening up. You can see it moving. That way. Which way do I need to move my pan here? There you go. A little bit more in the centre for you. So you can see straight away that's very runny. So let's get our butter in here. Now just keep stirring that one until the butter melts down enough. Like I say, please be careful. We have to keep stirring it, otherwise it may just burn. I don't want that too high actually. I'm turning that down a bit. So I'm just going to keep working this. Now, and to be honest, if I'd cut my butter down a little bit more and I'd let it go to room temperature, it would have melted a lot faster. So I do apologise. Bear that one in mind. But it is getting there. I mean, these are things that my mum would make on a Sunday afternoon. Well, Sunday mornings with my mum's baking day. So she'd make little cakes, little sponge cake, fairy cake, that type of thing. Miniature muffins. She'd make things like this. She'd make, what do you call them again? Oh, my brain's getting terrible. Basically, it's like a little tart. A Bakewell tart, that's the word I'm looking for. So now I'm going to go in with my sugar. Sorry, let you see that one. Now just a little at a time because it will froth up. And we just want to make sure that sugar is fully dissolved. You can feel it when you run your spatula across the bottom. If it feels like sand, like gritty, then you're not dissolved yet. There's my little note. My flame is still a little bit high there. So once it stops feeling gritty on the bottom, we're somewhere close. Hey Puny Sounds, how you doing? Happy Patrick's Day. Happy St. Paddy Day. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning all day. And cheers my friend. Have a Guinness. Ah, lovely. I'm having a great day my friend. I've just been making Irish stew. And now I'm making what we call a flapjack in the UK. It's a little bit like a granola bar. So I've got golden syrup. I have golden syrup, sugar and butter in here all melted. We're just about done there. Let's move that over. So what I need to be doing now, where did I put it? Let's turn that down. Let's check the Irish stew. Oh, she's bubbling away nicely there. Let's get them sticky bits off the bottom. Oh yeah. Oh, this is looking fantastic now, guys. So, I thought I got myself a tray out. Maybe I just thought about it. Yeah, so I got myself basically a cookie sheet, that type of thing. So we need to keep this warm and hot. Hopefully I've got enough parchment paper left on here. No, that's the end of a roll. Right, I'll just go and grab my parchment paper. Oops, I'm out of parchment paper. So we'll have to do this slightly differently. So I'm just going to get a little bit of my butter and we're just going to rub it around in our pan. You want to do all the bottom and all of the sides. Now, to be honest, this tray is a little bit deep. I want this size, but really only about an inch deep is enough. We just want to get a good run of butter around this, otherwise it will stick. It will stick like the proverbial to the blanket, as it were. Right, so that's my tray ready. Now let's just clean the hand a little bit there. I hope you're going well there, Purely Sounds. On this fine day, it'll be what's after 4 here, so that's about 6:15 for you now. So the day is churning on. Right, there is my mixture. I'm just going to mix this a little bit first. Let's give this a good mix around. Right, that'll do for that for now. Right, see if are we in the centre here? I think we should be good there. Yep. Round about there. So basically we're going to pour this into our oat and cornflake mix. And I don't make this very often, a couple of times. I only make it a couple of times a year. It's not the most healthy thing to be eating, but we just want to get under there, give it a good mix. But I always think that there's too much liquid. But the cornflakes soak it up, the oats soak it up. But we just need to make sure we're well combined there. I thought about putting some green food colouring in here, as it's Patrick's Day. So now we'll get our tray. Kind of evenly distribute it. And then we just want to spread this around. Now don't press it down too hard. You want to be firm with it, but not too firm. Otherwise it will be very hard and crunchy. You want to have that little bit of chewiness to it. But take your time, it wants to be a nice even thickness all the way around. And a lot of the time, we used to make these at school and we used to buy them at school. And what they would do, they'd cut them into a square, maybe it's about 3 inches square, and then they'd dip half of it in chocolate. And that was like my little luxury. And then I remember that my mum used to make them. So I talked to my mum can you make some of these? So she started making a few trays, and I used to sell them to my friends at school and make a little bit of money, because I was selling them for cheaper than what the canteen was. Unfortunately, I got into trouble for it. So now, one thing I forgot I forgot to do there, guys. I forgot to warm up my oven. Oh dear. So I need to get my oven on 350. Too busy talking. Now I like to do a double tray so the bottom doesn't burn. Oh, what a beautiful day. So we'll wake me up, let me stove warm up there. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that, guys, just checking my phone. You never know. I keep my phone on silent all the time, and you get people messaging and stuff. I'm still waiting for phone calls from the hospital. Well, that would be nice. A Starbucks customer wins 50 million in a lawsuit. Well, yep, that's awesome. Let's put that one away. How are we doing here? Let's check my Irish stew again. So I'll just check. I'll check my stew. Check my potatoes. Basically, once the potatoes are done, we're ready. Check the carrots. So we're not far away now, to be honest. And to be honest, this is looking. One of the other things to check, if you just, I don't know whether you can really see here, but if you check the meat, if it just falls apart, then you're definitely ready. Oh yeah, that tastes good. Oh yeah. So as soon as my stove is ready, see already that's starting to harden up now because it's cooling down. I will put that in there. Did I not turn that on? Am I going crazy here or something? I did turn it on, but wrong temperature. Hey Robert. Hey Grace. Hey George. Thanks for joining me. Happy Patrick's Day to you guys. Cheers. Right, that's the last of that one. And they say I don't drink, so that's a little bit of a new thing for me there. I'm not a drinking person. But I've got a lot of washing up to do still. A lot of cleaning up after this. Well, I'm finished with my little stove. I can get that put away now. A long, long time ago, I can still remember. I knew that if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. And February made me shiver. With every paper I delivered, bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. Heard about your little friend. Sorry guys, I'm just cleaning up a bit here. Something touched me deep inside. The music. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? Can you teach me how to dance real slow? And I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes, and you dig those rhythmic blues. Sorry guys, when I'm in my happy place, I like to sing. We're getting closer guys, it's getting closer to num num yum 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 time. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and hill and mountainside. And now you're gone, and all the flowers are dying. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. So call me back when summer's in the meadow, or when the hills are hushed and white with snow. For I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. I'm just giving her a stir once in a while there just to make sure we're not sticking. Oh, this stove's taking a long time. So come me back when summer's in the meadow, oh, when the hills are hushed and white with snow. For I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, come, oh, well, I played the Wild Rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. I can't remember the words to that one now. Oh, that's going to suck. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and the landlady told me. Nope, I can't remember the bloody words now. Ah, no, that's stupid. The Wild Rover lyrics. So let's have a look here. I've been a Wild Rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the Wild Rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went to an alehouse I used to frequent. I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit and she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can find every day. Anyway, can't sing too much of that. You tend to get copyright. But it is fun to have a little sing song. Even if I do say so myself. She said no, never. See, right now I should be singing away. I should be singing the Pogues, Dirty Old Town, and well, takes me back. Sometimes I wonder where all the years went to. And I know where most of them went, but there's certain things in my life I don't talk about, there's certain things I can't talk about. That's good, that's most of me washing up done. That's great stuff, so it is. We've got 8 people there. Well guys, shout out, give me a song to sing, we'll see if we know it. I don't know many, to be honest, not Irish song. Irish Eyes Are Smiling and things like that. Well, from out of my pocket I pulled something bright, and her eyes opened wide with surprise and delight. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more. Right guys, that's the oven ready. Let's get these flapjack in there. 20 minutes or so. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just get this thing put away. I got me nice bowls. These are all part of the Yellowstone set, and I believe these ones are These are KC's. These are KC's balls. These are the better colour. And I say the other people rip and stuff like that, they've got their own sets. But to be perfectly honest, they're a little bit boring. So, yesterday I made some bread roll, and they were nice, soft bread roll there. So they were crispy when I made them, but obviously I stored them in a bag, so they get a little bit, just that little bit moist, I guess. I hate that word, moist. Ever since JT used that word, now nobody can use that word anymore. So they're a little bit more, they're not dry. They're not dry now. So normally with Irish stew, you would have a soda bread or a nice sourdough bread. But like I say, I made these very simple recipe, very quick. I mean, I didn't do a very good job of them, to be honest, I'll be admitting. I didn't roll them too well. I made the dough a little bit dry, but it's still absolutely fantastic. In fact, I'll just rip it up and let you have a look. So it's still a beautiful, you can see how I've rolled it up. So basically you knuckle it out, and then I fold and tuck. So you keep the air down to a minimum. You don't get no big air spaces in there. So it's really good for that type of thing. But let's get everything going in one go here. Should I move me down again a little bit so you can see the bowl better? I'm here to Paddy today, okay? So top of the morning to you. Top of the morning, top of the day. We're here for the crack, okay? We're here for the crack. Let's go, just have a talk. Anybody want to jump in, say something, ask a question? Please feel free to do so. See, I'm on the Dr. Pepper now, not the alcohol. I mean, I really shouldn't have drank that one. But, well, it's Patrick's Day. What can I tell you? I done what I needed to do, as it were. Am I a naughty boy? Yes, I am. Will I probably pay for that tomorrow because I drank alcohol? Yes, I probably will. But it's Patrick's Day, and I'm saying basically respect for my family and my friends over that way. But I do like doing the cooking here. It's just hard on my legs. It's hard on my knees. I really can't wait much longer before I get my surgery. I just need that one ASAP. Let's have a look at my, put the light on. See I'm looking in there. Yeah, it's bubbling away, so it looks okay. Dun, dun, dun. Do, do, do. That's looking absolutely fantastic in there. Let's give it a test. Potatoes still need a little bit more time, as does the turnip. Try carrot. Yep. See if I can get you a look in the pan. Let's have a look. Excuse the mess of my house. But there we go with the pan. Let's get a bit of light in there. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? Don't care what anybody says, that is absolutely fantastic. We just need to keep that heat moving in there, keep our lid on. Like I say, you can cook it in the oven. It takes about an hour and 40 minutes in the oven. So that's how to keep my phone plugged in. Where did my cable go? Oh, dang it. There we go. Oh, excuse me. So something strange happened the other day as well. I wasn't happy about it. And I kind of kicked off with Canada Post. I went to my post box and there's a piece of paper in there saying vacant. Like, a couple of elastic bands in there and a piece of envelope with vacant pretty much literally scrawled on it. So when I phoned them up, they said they had no idea. They don't know anything about it. So I've still got to catch the mail person yet, the mail carrier. I still need to catch them because to me there's something seriously messed up if they just think my apartment's vacant for no reason. Unless anybody out there has got an answer for that one. How much time we got on this? So we've still got 12 minutes left on that. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to move the chair around here for a little while. Have a sit down. Oh dear me. Should probably get a spoon out too. Oh, that's better. If anybody wants to bring up a topic we can discuss, as long as it does not involve American and Canadian politics. That's a sketchy subject right now. And I don't know much about soccer or American football, hockey, anything like that. But if anybody wants to teach me anything about that, let me know. Yeah, unlike some, I'm not just Irish for the day. It's my heritage, grandparents, and I grew up in England. And I think in me, that's why I'm so short. That's why I'm only 5'6". I think I'm a bit of a leprechaun. Okay, so I'm crazy. Yes, I know. How long have we been online now? I know I can't do this for too long. Oh, we haven't even been 2 hours yet. But soon going to be time to be serving up and eating. But I think a 2-hour live in the kitchen, that's plenty. I know other people do it and they'll do like 30 minutes, 15 minutes even. But I was hoping 8Ball would have been on. I was hoping Stuart was going to come in as well. I've never seen him for a long time. But there's a few people that's just disappeared. It might be work, I don't know. Young ones, old ones, everyone and each. Come and see the French eels landed on the beach. His big long arms, a great long tail, all covered all in hair. They thought he was a spy, so we'll hang him in the square. Oops. I thought Guinness was stronger than that. It's only 4.2. Must be different here than what it is. I'm sure it's like 5 or 6 over in the UK. But then again, it's brewed in St James Gate, Dublin, Ireland. That's the only place we're allowed to brew it. So yeah, that's a lightweight drink, that one. Hey bro, how's it going? I'm just waiting for my flapjacks in the oven. Stew's almost ready. Woohoo! You know, I've been watching a few lives and things on TikTok and things like that, and it seems to be a lot of girls who would like show the cleavage, or they're running around in their underpants and stuff like that. So I'm thinking maybe I need to get a low cut top and get some duct tape and squeeze me fat me moobs together. See if I can get some more subscribers. See if I can get some more subscribers out of that one. But then again, I might send the wrong picture. People might think I'm being disrespectful. Let's check my YouTube studio, see if anything's happening today. Yeah, I've gone up a couple. Hey, thanks OK Bro for checking out some of my videos there. It's almost ready. Oh, that's not weird. That's bizarre. Is that normal when you monetize that your money be lower that one day than it was before? That seems a bit strange. That seems weird. Why would you have a certain amount of money yesterday and then today is less? I don't know. Well, let's have a look. I think how much time we got left on them? So because they have to cool down a bit. They've still got 5 minutes. How's about me stew? Oh, I'm impatient now. I want this done. Come on. Singing young ones, old ones, everyone and each. Come and see the Frenchie who's landed on the beach. So in my hometown, back in the UK, we have kind of a folk tale that during the Napoleonic Wars, um, there was a British battleship and a French man of war. They'd done battle in the North Sea, near where I'm from, on the northeast coast. And afterwards, basically, what they described as a hairy little man washed up on the beach. So basically, it's a hairy little man with a little striped shirt on, like the sailors used to wear, a little French beret on. So they were saying it was a French spy. And so they put him on trial. Obviously, couldn't answer no questions, nobody spoke French. But the reality was, it was a mascot. It was actually a monkey. It was a monkey that they hung. So whether it's true, whether it's just a silly folk tale. So you can imagine this little monkey that was a mascot dressed up as a sailor, sitting there on a piece of driftwood. So they capture it, they take it in for trial, asking the questions, and the monkey's going, and they think he's speaking French. So, I mean, apparently there's not just my hometown that has this tale. There's other places in the UK that have that as well. So, being who we are, we have two songs. It's called the Monkey Hanger Song. Where I come from, we're known as Monkey Hangers. That's our nickname, that's our football club. And basically, there's another song called The Monkey's Revenge, where it gets its own back. So, like I say, it's a bit of fun. We're taking the pay out of ourselves, really. And I had one guy saying that it was racist. I don't see how, unless he was identified as a monkey, but that makes no sense to me. But but it's all good fun. All good fun. But if there's anybody from the UK there stopping by, I say I'm from Newcastle and Hartlepool area. Newcastle upon Tyne and Hartlepool. I'm not far away from Middlesbrough. Please say hello. Or anybody got any family around that way? That's got to be nearly ready now. Oh. Let's get rid of this. Back up to the shelf. Wow. Right then, guys, there's my stew. Now that's the flapjack. Now I need to let that cool way down, otherwise it would be like trying to eat a volcano. This is the stew. Wow, that's beautiful. The smell coming from this is amazing. just double check, see. Let's double check, see whether we're cooked or not properly. Well, it certainly seems to be cooked. Well, that's good. Yep. So, try our meat. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, baby. Right, let's get some of this in a bowl. Because I'm going to have my lunch stroke supper now. This morning, I had a smoothie at around about 7:30. And I've had nothing else since then. So, wow, this is so yummy. Oh, would you look at that. So I'm going to get some more of that beef in there. I think I could have done with a little bit more meat in there, to be honest. But, wow. You know, I'm going to take a photograph of this right now, because that is outstanding. You like that one? Okay, bro? This is absolutely beautiful. The taste is phenomenal. Take a photograph of that one. And I'll take a photograph of the stew, but I want to be more this way, I think. And a photograph of the flapjack. Well, that flapjack's looking amazing too. Wow. And you just imagine sitting there with your family, your friends, and you're just having a nice drink, which I've already finished because most of it went in here. Having a nice drink, talking about old times, some nice fresh baked bread, just tearing a bit off, dipping into that gravy. Wow. Oh, the red wine's coming through there. The Guinness, the Guinness gives it a lot of body. Wow. Oh, baby. And this is one of my favorites. Oh yeah, that is so good. Try and get a little bit of everything on your spoon in one go if you can. Onion, carrot, some of the swede. And the thing is, it looks a lot, but it's very healthy. This is very, very healthy. Oh yeah, I'm okay. I'm just having a food-gasm at the moment. Oh, that's so good. I would love to be able to share with you guys. Oh, wow. Yep, that's definitely what I would call a food-gasm. But it's very healthy. It's vegetables and beef. That's it. Well, there's Guinness and a bit of red wine in there. Oh, wow, what a flavour. And as I was saying earlier, this is a traditional way to eat it. You have your bowl, you have some bread. But they would use soda bread or sourdough. But if you go to a modern restaurant or like an Irish pub, they will give you this. Even though it's got potatoes in, they will put it on a big plate like this with a big plate of mashed potatoes, put a well in the middle, and then put a couple of spoons of this inside. Either way, that is amazing. Well, it looks like I got a lot of food for the next few suppers. And St. Patrick's Day is just about done. And I guess over, let's have a look, what time is it now? 5, yep. Over in the UK, St. Patrick's Day is finished. It's already midnight over there. So that's everything turned off there. I'll put this back out the way for now. In fact, no I won't. I'll just move it forward. And we'll bring this here. Aye. Everything's... I've got so many pots and pans out at the moment, they're falling everywhere. No, I guess you can see the bowl. So, how hot is this at the moment? Chef hands. So before this goes too hard, you really do need to cut it quick before it cools down too much. So what I normally do is kind of into thirds. Yeah, it's already kind of getting a little bit too hard. Yeah, I should have used a different pan, but you use what you've got sometimes. Yep, I've let it get a little bit too hard there, guys. But basically, I want to, if I go down the middle, now you can make these smaller, you can make them bigger if you want, but I think that's probably the best kind of size as a 3-inch square. That's what we used to get back at school. The tricky bit's going to be trying to get under one of these now. I want to get under it without it falling apart. I'll get a small plate. I'm pretty sure I had one of them. Word of warning, if you start cooking, it's fun. Don't buy too much stuff. Otherwise, you just can't find anything. Yeah, I need to let these cool down a lot more now. If I try and get under these now, it's just going to be a mess. So, but we do have them kind of scored, and we can break them away. But I'll eat. Actually, I can a little bit loose there. Let's have a taste. That's just like being a kid again. It's like being back at home, being a kid. Oh, that's so tasty. It's very sweet, very sweet. My Irish stew. Is awesome. Nom nom nom. Oh. See, I wish I'd had the parchment paper, because then I could have just lifted that whole thing out. Makes it easier. Mm. Nom, 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 nom. Mm. Well, there's not much else I can do with you guys, so I might call it a day. And then I'll just enjoy. I'll enjoy my supper, or lupper, whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm just thinking that if I'd done this with less gravy, I could probably make a pie with this. Yeah. Take all of them ingredients out of the gravy once the gravy's done. Put it in a pie, and then keep the gravy, so you serve the pie, and then on with some mushy peas or something like that, and then pour some of the gravy over the top. I feel a new recipe coming up, guys. Yeah. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I love you all. Much love, much respect. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for lifting me up higher, making me a better person. Love you all, guys. Mike out now. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, okay, bro. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. Have yourself a fantastic time. Stay safe. Stay happy. Reach around. Give me a big thumbs up, guys. Love you all. Mike out for now.